Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people. It's WORIMI, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides in the universal energies. Entertainment only. Okay, Tarot Grand Lux. What I want to have a look at in this particular reading is I'm going to have a look at what's happening in Bolivia. Now, I have posted a few things in my post section. News that's just out is that the US has struck, is it Kesem Island? I'm not sure. Kershon Island. Not quite sure how to pronounce that. But apparently it's where Persia is suspected to have a big underground missile base. Considering apparently it's all been wiped out about 10 times already. Yeah, right. So also in my post section, really interesting BBC investigative article about the US bases in the Middle East and what is not necessarily being told by the Secretary of WAR. Okay, what I want to have a look at, I'm going to pop down to Bolivia again in South America. They had elections a month ago. And what happened was Rodrigo Paz was allegedly appointed in the top doggy leadership position with his party. He's a right-leaning. He's called centrist right, but yeah, I'm a bit dubious about the centrist bit there. What's happening? Yeah, he's in a bit of a pickle with that Ten of Wands due to contracts and agreements that he made that he now has to try and fulfill. And you've got the Ace of Wands there as well. Big information coming out that could be fiery information, or perhaps a new plan as he tries to juggle the situation and ends up walking away from the promises he made to the oligarchs. But we'll have a look to see whether he walks away or whether he's forced to walk away, because he is being offered a path forward after this supposed victory, because there's a lot of attacks coming at him at the moment. But we've also got the Four of Coins here, so there might be secrets being kept hidden that leads to infighting and his downfall as he finds himself fully exposed. So what's happened, I haven't really looked into the platform that he ran on. I'm assuming it was all for the people, but what's happened since is pretty much since he's gotten into power, the veil has thinned and the swords have uncrossed with that Two of Swords, and he's pretty much allowing a free-for-all for foreign investors to come in and rape and pillage the country. He's selling off the assets, the sovereign assets, which is putting a lot of the Bolivian people out of work. And it's just absolutely, in a month, he's absolutely destroyed everything that was positive. Well, not everything, but most of what was positive. So the executive secretary of the Bolivian Workers' Union has come out and called for Rodrigo Paz to resign. I gather his defense minister has resigned. I gather another of his cabinet ministers resigned a couple of weeks ago. And this is all within a month. So again, he's having to reshuffle his cabinet. So what he's doing is he's privatising a lot of the state-run, the mines and the oil and the whatever else that's state-run for the people, of the people, for the people, where the money's returned to the people. He's privatising them to private business, and they are then hence being gutted. So what he's done now, though, so apparently there have been protests on the street for the last month. Actually, no, I think he was appointed in November. So what are we looking at? He's been in there 6 months, appointed in November. The last month, there have been continuous anti-government protests on the street. He's now taken a step towards, so I do apologise, he's been there just over 6 months, but The last month has been really, really intense, and he has now taken a step towards um, introducing a state of emergency. Ooh, wonder where that idea comes from. A state of emergency to send the troops in. And I'm getting the same cards back out again. We've got this oligarchical money, secrets. I'd say monetary promises that he's made in secret for when he got in this victory position. I don't think there was terribly much anything terribly much stolen about this election, but I think he lied his way in because we've got the lie card. The lie, the steal, the deceit, the betrayal with the Seven of Swords, and then we've got the Ten of Cups to the voter. Lied to the voters to get into the position. And he's apparently gone back on pretty much everything that he said he was going to do. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at the future. Okay. Rodrigo Paz. I know I read on him the other week. Cannot remember what I got because I channel for the guides. It's not actually me. I'm just the conduit. Blame the conduit. Rodrigo Paz. What is going to happen to his government? What is going to happen to his government? Because the people are being revolting, which is what it takes. Oh, do I need to go any further? The Tower card because of the lying. The lying, the stealing, the betrayal, the deceit. The Tower. He has the option to walk away, resign with the Eight of Cups. We've got here the Temperance to restore. I'm just going to do it this way, actually. They're telling me to do it this way. What will restore balance? Him walking away, and very probably with the Two of Coins holding a new election. Queen of Swords, legal action in regards to the secret money dealings with that Four of Pentacles. And then you got the Five of Swords, the abuse of power, the deceit, the betrayal, the stealing, the deception. Nine of Coins, them that feathered their nest. Nine of Wands, having to surrender. You've got the oligarchs there, and the Ten of Wands, ending, overreach and ending, and then the Ace of Wands, new beginning. Ace of Pentacles, new beginning. Ace of Wands, new beginning. I think he's going to be forced out. And on the bottom, we've got that lies again, imprisonment, Nine of Swords, the Six of Coins, the bribery, and then you've got the World, the ending. This is not going to end well for him at all. I think he's going to be forced out. I think he's going to be, and it feels really fast. It feels fast. He's going to be forced out because of, I think he's been getting backhanders. Sacrifice, the Hanged Man, and the Hierophant. Well, this could be simply strung up and exposed, the Hierophant and the Sun card. Oh, the Wheel card, sorry. Had it upside down, the Wheel of Fortune turning. Karma coming and biting him on the backside. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be in there for long. Let me just put it that way. However, he has taken the first step for a state of emergency. Now, to have a state of emergency, to call up the troops, you have to have control of the troops. Now, these troops have family members who have found themselves unemployed, who are out there protesting. Let's see, how is his state of emergency going to go? Oh boy. Right, Knight of Coins, the mercenaries. So he there may be mercenaries coming in from another country to take up the troop placements. And there'll be mercenaries from within the country as well that will do anything for $1. So, okay. The challenge is the Page of, so we've got the Knight of Coins, challenges the Page of Coins. Their mercenaries may not get paid what they thought this is what they should be getting paid. This is what they do get paid. Okay. Might not be as many as they thought. So there was this intention for this aggressive mercenary army. But the challenge is they may not have the numbers that they thought they did. Okay, there's the Wheel of Fortune, karma coming and biting them on the bum. In the past, we've got the Ace of Pentacles, money, 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 but fool's gold money as well. So we've got 3 money cards straight out. It's all to do with corruption and greasing the palm. Let's see where we go. The brown paper bag. Right, the Ace of Wands, a new plan, could be big stick. Looks like there's okay, it's the one up there, but it looks like a nail in the end of the stick. See where it goes. The Two of Swords. So we've gone from this huge, big energy to the Two of Swords. This could be legal action with the veil being lifted, seeing through this threat, seeing through this action. How's this state of emergency going to go? We've got the Five of Swords, the abuse of power externally, but internally, the Nine of Wands, the guardrails holding and have to surrender. So externally, we've got this abuse of power, but internally, we've got this, yeah, nah, it ain't going to happen, having to surrender to the guardrails. Okay, what have we got there? There's the oligarchs and the hopes and fears, the King of Coins, the outcome, the Ten of Wands, overreach, unable to bring it home, an ending. Then we've got Temperance, and then we've got the Two of Coins, and then we've got the Moon, secrets being revealed, and then we've got Judgment, the collective awakening, the big wake-up call, and then we've got the Ace of Cups, the cleansing, and then we've got the Tower moment. So I think this can be also, this Temperance card can be alchemy, juggling from cup to cup, and trying to spin the story. Money changing hands being revealed. And then we've got the Ace of Swords coming out. The Ace of Swords and then the Four of Swords. Forced to retreat, the High Priestess, secrets being revealed, the Magician about the manipulation, and then we've got the Queen of Swords. Do not take on the Queen. And then the Fool. Uncharted waters or new beginning for the government. Or it could be foolishness for those in government finding themselves arrested and facing justice due to stealing, lying, so that they could harvest the money for themselves. Yeah, I can't remember what I read the other day, but there's no way that I look at this. Does it turn out well for Rodrigo Paz? So he will have the intention to declare a state of emergency, but I don't think they're going to get the support within the military that they think they're going to. Might have hired some mercenaries, but it's not going to be enough, and maybe they don't get paid. I'm going to leave it there with Bolivia. I just don't see this far right aggressive action succeeding. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for watching, and I shall catch you tomorrow. See you later. Oh, unless Death Watch takes a turn. See you later. Bye-bye.